Welcome to Inspiring Narratives, your favorite channel for uplifting stories, renewed hope, and cultivating a deeper connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Discover with me how turning to Allah can lead you to amazing changes in your life. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are back with another uplifting story that will, by the grace of Allah, strengthen your faith and renew your hope, inshallah. Let's start by sending peace and blessings on our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Say it with me. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Get yourself your favorite drink, get comfortable. Let's get started with our story. I received this beautiful story from one of our sisters. I will read out the email as received, inshallah. I'm 23 years old, and this year of my life has been nothing short of a miracle. I'm sharing this story because I want anyone who has doubts or hesitations about dhikr to take this as your sign to start. Whether or not you believe things will change, just start. Allah will guide you, inshallah. 4 years ago, I moved to Mumbai, leaving behind my home in Dubai, where I had lived for 19 years. Life in Dubai was everything I could ask for. A comfortable house, 3 cars, a balanced lifestyle, friends, family, and the occasional ups and downs. My family and I were deeply connected to Islam, attending an Islamic center every Friday, surrounded by good Muslim friends and families. Life felt steady and privileged. The move to Mumbai was a huge shock. I was in my final year of high school, and going from a lavish private school to a public one was tough. The building we moved into couldn't compare to the one we had in Dubai. It was old, lacked amenities, and almost felt haunted. My dad did everything he could to make it better, but it was still a far cry from the life we were used to. This happened during COVID, and while we adjusted outwardly, inwardly, I started to drift away from Allah. I fought with my parents, cried about our situation, I blamed them, and surrounded myself with the wrong company. I stopped praying, doing dhikr, and had no good friends around me. The only Muslims I encountered were toxic relatives who built fear instead of love for Islam. For 3 years, I dreaded my situation. One bad thing after another kept happening. Friends from Dubai moved abroad, while my plans to do the same fell through, despite getting a scholarship. By the end of 2023, things hit rock bottom when we were forced to evict our home due to demolition. My dad had been transferred to Mauritius, so my mum and I were left to handle the move. We searched for a rental house but found nothing. Eventually, we had no choice but to move into a small studio apartment we owned. It was far from livable for 3 people, and coming from a life of big houses, this felt like the end. I cried every day for 3 months. And then one day, in sheer desperation, I took out my salah mat and prayed. I cried to Allah, telling Him everything. I didn't know it then, but that moment was the turning point. I came across a video that said to practice Istighfar to ease your problems. With no hope in anyone else, I began reciting it day and night. Within a month, things started to shift. My dad asked us to search for a new house as Ramadan approached. In my heart, I wanted a home facing the sea with a round dining table, but I knew I was in no position to make demands. We searched tirelessly with no luck until, a week before Ramadan, we found a house that fitted our budget. It faced the sea, had a round dining table, and was fully furnished. Everything I had secretly hoped for. We moved in on the first day of Ramadan. These are the actual pictures. That Ramadan, I thanked Allah harder than ever. Only He knew the desires of my heart. I continued dhikr. I added Salat al-Ibrahimiyya and many other adhkar, primarily focusing on istighfar and sending blessings on the Prophet ﷺ, praying for financial stability. Though my teaching job wasn't paying much, I found immense joy in it. Teaching felt like my calling, and I trusted Allah to guide me. When I left the school with no plan in mind, I cried and hugged my students a little tighter that day. I didn't know if I'd ever get to teach again, and the thought of letting go of those kids broke my heart. But on that very same day, a parent reached out asking if I could run a summer camp for 2 weeks. Those 2 weeks turned into 6, and during that time, I continued my dhikr. As the summer camp ended, I wondered what was next. That's when, out of the blue, a Bollywood celebrity couple approached me to teach their kids for 3 months. It was an incredible experience. I loved the kids and the work was rewarding. While working with them, I began to miss Dubai. It had been 4 years since I last visited. And for the first time, I was no longer bitter about the move. I had accepted Allah's plan. I prayed, envisioning the beach I used to visit with my father, and asked Allah to make a way for me to go home if it was right for me. Within a week, my visa and ticket were arranged. I travelled to Dubai on my own, paying for everything myself. I had told Allah I didn't want to spend more than 1 million Indian rupees, which is roughly about 900 British pounds or about $1,000. And when I returned, I realized I had spent exactly 99,999 Indian rupees. Despite buying gold, makeup, food and gifts for my loved ones, my money had barakah. Truly no one provides like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When I returned to Mumbai, I continued my dhikr. Shortly after, I received a call from the wealthiest family in India about a teaching position at their new school. I started 2 months ago and I've never been happier. I can't go a day without thanking Allah for His mercy. He loves us so much and wants to give us so much more than we can imagine. If you take anything away from this, let it be this. Start your dhikr. It will change your life. At just 23 years old, I've witnessed miracles through dhikr. I am now known as the crazy dhikr lady. I love that. She says, I'm now known as the crazy dhikr lady in my house. But I couldn't be prouder to share this. MashaAllah. What a beautiful story, MashaAllah. May Allah continue to bless you and reward you for sharing your wonderful story with us. No matter how heavy life feels, remember that Allah can turn your situation around in ways you never imagined. Stay connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and never stop your dhikr. May Allah bless you with all that your heart desires. This brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this story. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so do leave a comment below. I'll see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.